forget to do that.
Good job.
Yeah, I'm like, some things are my strong points and some things just are not. Like remembering little things, it's just not. So still working on those things. So all right. Well, so and then Julie made it with us tonight.
Julie.
You guys, now I know Julie because she is my friend and she works with my husband. But for those of you who don't know, this is Julie, and she also lives here in Utah with us. So works with my husband, and she's awesome. So
Thank you.
yes, so we're glad to have everybody on here tonight. So first of all, one thing I just wanted to talk about a little bit tonight is that we're kind of coming towards the end of our challenge. So the challenge is going to end on, well, they bumped it back. It was supposed to end on the 28th, but I think that they're going to take it till the 30th. So all next week, they're going to have a way out. So you guys are going to get an email from the challenge site that's going to say, hey, it's time to weigh out, and it's going to give you a window where you can weigh out. Wow, that's echoing weird. Are you guys hearing an echo?
Yes.
Okay, that's weird and annoying. Okay, oh, that's better. Now it stopped. Okay, so they're going to send you an email that's going to say it's time to weigh out, just like they did when it was time to weigh in. And the process is going to be very similar, so that you are going to take your pictures and you're going to submit, like you're going to take your picture with your number on the paper of your full body and then your feet on the scale again, just like you did before. So that part's all going to be the same, and you can do your weigh out anytime. So you can do it and submit it like on the first day that they have it available, or you can do it on the last day. So it doesn't really matter. They just give people that leeway so that if people are going to be gone, like Nevin's going to be gone, I know. So that way we're not going to have, like if it was one day, it wouldn't jeopardize somebody's whole chance of winning anything. So does that kind of make sense to everybody?
Yeah. When we weighed in and I had read the rules, when I took a picture of myself, I didn't have my number in front of me, but I did have it on the scale.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That must have been okay because I'm in the challenge.
Yeah. That's the one, I mean, looking at your picture of you, they can match you up a little better than just your feet on the scale.
Okay.
They want to make sure that it's like the same scale, the same number, the same person, not like, oh yeah, I had my husband stand on my scale for me.
Oh, no. So this time when I weigh out, I should put my number in.
Yeah.
Okay.
I put my number in both of them just so that they don't get anything mixed up or whatever, but it'll be okay. They're not going to disqualify you for that. So
okay.
If you didn't have it in any of them, maybe, but you got it on.
No, I have it with the scale, yes.
Yeah, I think that's okay. So does anybody have any questions or concerns about the weigh out or how that works?
No.
Do you know what day it starts, Evan?
What was that?
What day does it start?
The weigh out start, I believe, I don't know for sure. They haven't said, they haven't told me yet, but they usually just send an email. But since they bumped our start date back a couple days and the end date or whatever, I believe it's going to be like, it'll either be Sunday or Monday through probably the end of the month, I'm guessing. So I'm guessing we're going to have this whole next week, because last time we did it was the first time that we used the Meltdown Challenge site, and that's kind of how it worked. It was just that whole last week. So I'm assuming it's going to be pretty similar to that, but I don't know the exact day to the exact day. I can text Amber and see if she will know. I'll text her and then I'll let you guys know exactly when it will be. But as soon as it's available, you will get an email from the Meltdown, just like you did on the weigh-in one, saying, hey, it's time to weigh in. You'll get a, hey, it's time to weigh out. So, and you also can keep earning points and stuff. The last time they still had, like, I can't remember if the very end, but some of them they didn't have, like on the last couple of days, they didn't have like a reading or things like that. Like if it was after the actual challenge had stopped, but you could still earn points for like doing your exercise and your food logs and things like that. So I would still, no matter what, like keep going in every day to earn all of the points we can. So just to make sure we, right? Since right now I'm like, you know, and I'm like, that one team has more points than us, but they only have 9 players. So according to what I was told, they should not be eligible for the team prize. So we should be by far and away the winners, because that's the only other team that's anywhere close to us right now. So yeah, so we rock pretty much. Yeah,
That's right.
yes. So yay to all of us for doing awesome. And then the other thing, I know that there were several people who had gotten to their goal weight who had lost their 6%. So that was awesome. I know that Maggie did this week. Was Anne, did you?
Yes.
Got to yours? Okay, that's who I thought did. So, and I think the other people who weren't quite there were very close, right? Is everybody pretty close?
Be close.
Really close? All right.
Close.
This close. Okay.
Very close.
So if you guys who are, the ones of you who are at your goal, just keep moving forward. You know, keep going on those things. The ones who are super close, because I'm super close too to to my challenge goal as well. But you know, just make sure that we have like this, I guess, well, my one of our managers at the bank, he used to always say a laser focus. So I always think about Preston Moline when I think about that, a laser focus on our on our end goal there of, you know, making sure that we get our points every day and that we make sure we hit our goal. So, and then the other thing that I wanted to bring up, since we are getting a little bit close to the end, that, you know, and we've talked about this a little bit already, is what is your goal going to be? And you guys feel free to share on this. What's your goal going to be when the challenge is done? Anybody want to share what they're going to keep doing? Is everybody just going to scrap it and go back to what they were doing before? Okay.
No, I'm continuing. I still have some weight to lose. Yes.
So, and whether, like, because I know some of us are still in a, you know, some of our team are kind of just beginning into our health journey. Some people are kind of in the middle. Some people are at the end of like their weight loss journey, or we had a couple people who are just in maintenance. But for each of us, one thing I would suggest, and we kind of, do you guys remember when we talked about our structural tension charts, is going through and making another one of those. You know, just if you made it to your 6% goal, give yourself a big pat on the back. You know, what, one of our things, you know, telling yourself, way to go. I love myself, or my hair looks awesome today. So, make sure that you give yourself that credit and give yourself that thing, you know, have a little celebration, not with food, but have a celebration of, you know, hey, yeah, I made it to my goal. I'm going to, you know, I get to buy a new pair of shoes, or I get to go get a manicure, or I get to, I don't know, go look at four-wheelers, or whatever manly thing you want to do now. So,
you said no food, so.
I know. That's why I said, or go look at four-wheelers, or whatever manly thing you want to do.
Just look.
I know Suzanne's already banned you from buying more, but
Yep.
we talked about that today. But so whatever it is, like, let yourself have a celebration and appreciate like how far you've come. But then think about those things that you really like. Write yourself a new structural tension chart. Take a look at where you are right now. And then say, okay, now what do I want to work on? You know, because like once you're at a healthy weight, then you might still need to work on, okay, now how do I eat to maintain? So maybe you still want to focus on that, or how do I get my healthy sleep? Or how do I, you know, what do I need to do to make it a habit of getting my relaxation time, or my downtime, or taking my 10 deep breaths, and all of those things that we've kind of talked about and learned during the challenge. So does anybody have something that they think they really want to do, or have a question on what they should do?
I'm just gonna keep doing my 5 and 1. And keep working on my same. I think my structural tension chart still applies.
Okay.
I
And
haven't
yeah,
really moved away from those main problems yet. So
exactly. See, and you're in a place, and that's good. So keep your structural tension chart there. And if you're in that place where you're like, yeah, I'm still good with my structural tension, my plan, I'm staying on 5 and 1, or whatever. So then that's a good place to be. But just keeping that going and knowing that the challenge ends, but our healthy lifestyle doesn't end. So and I've really loved one thing that is one of my goals, and I don't know if you guys are interested in this at all, but I was actually going to put this out to a lot of my other clients that I have. I've really liked these Zooms and sharing things that we have learned with each other. So I might keep a Wednesday night Zoom going on so that, maybe we don't get points for it, or maybe we don't, we're not getting that, but we get our emotional and whatever support from each other each week, because support is a huge, huge piece of the puzzle.
Yeah.
And all of us here, I know, are committed to a healthy lifestyle. And the more that we get to know about each other and we can band together to have that, have that support group and stuff, then I think that that's a good thing. That's kind of one thing I've really liked about the challenge myself.
Well, as you know, Joanne recruited us Louisiana people from work. So there's 4 of us on the team that are all from, we work in the same company. So we've decided to keep the meetings going amongst ourselves. We have a great health program, I guess, at work, where we have a scale available to us. We have a gym available to us. So we're gonna, I guess, do our own thing, Joanne.
Yeah, we're gonna have meetings on our own and try to just encourage each other. And
I've saved a lot of the documents that were available to us, the weekly documents. We're gonna continue to read them, enforce them, and support each other.
Right.
By having our phone calls, even checking each other's journals if that's what it's gonna take to help each other.
Yeah.
So we're gonna support each other.
You can check.
Not saying read them, just
Joanne.
Still doing it.
No, we can have little sub meetings and encourage each other for sure. Just keep on track. That's what we're gonna try to do.
Yeah.
Just support. I think just communicating with everybody, and just trying to keep it focused, in your head all the time just helps a lot.
Yeah.
That's what we're going to try to do. Yeah.
It really, absolutely.
Make sure she's exercising, I'm exercising, drinking your water, all the basics.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. And those are huge. It will make all the difference because, just like we talked about with our structural tension, if you're looking up at the ceiling and you can't see the floor, if you're always keeping your focus on those habits of health that we want to build, then you're not looking back at the things that you don't want to do. You're only thinking, your mind is going to be consumed with what you do want to do. So It's going to make a huge difference. Huge. I love that, you guys. That was great. Anybody else have anything they want to share or that they're planning on doing or that they're scared about that they want to talk about? Like, that's a legitimate thing too. Like, I have a lot of people who, clients who will finish, like they'll reach their goal weight. And some of you who have done 5 and 1, our program, that we have for weight loss, like it's really structured, really easy. And people get scared when they kind of come to the end of that. So, which is the same no matter what, like if you're trying to be really strict, and we all kind of get that diet mentality sometimes, I think, like even with the challenge and being like, okay, I can be laser focused and super good, like while I'm on the challenge because I know my team is depending on me. But does it scare anybody that they're not going to be successful going forward without the team?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why I think having that support, like keeping those things going, is huge. Because, just realizing that we all make the choice every day. no matter if you've lost all the weight you want to lose, or you've gained all the muscle mass you want to gain, or whatever, if you don't keep doing it and keep moving forward, then we're sliding backwards. So that's where the structural tension, like always setting a new goal for yourself, always keeps you moving forward. And one thing, and I don't know if you guys, I know I showed you guys this book before, the Discover Your Optimal Health, and I know some of you have it. This book is really awesome that Dr. A wrote, and it's just like a paperback book. If you buy it, you can buy it on our website. You can buy it at the Barnes & Noble. You can buy it on Amazon, and it's actually only like $9 if you do the ebook reading or whatever. I like to flip pages, so I like to read actual books, but so I read this, but it's really great. And I've just gone back through, you can see mine has little sticky tabs in it for things that I use, not only to help, other people that I'm coaching, but to help myself too, because kind of when you're going back and rereading things, even for me, as I know all of these things because I've read it before, but sometimes it'll hit you in a different way that you're like, oh, now that's something that I really need to work on, or, it just keeps it kind of in the front of your mind. So if anybody wants, doing your, educating your brain and getting it there is fantastic. So
Yes.
there's lots of good books out there too. Another one, and it's not a Take Shape for Life book, but one that a lot of our coaches have been using recently, was a book called Brain Over Binge. And that one you can get on Amazon. I was looking into it, trying to find it as well, but they've just said it talks a lot about just really changing your habits and things like that. So anything that you can do for self-improvement and going forward and stuff, getting your reading, keeping your mind in that right place is going to make a huge difference. Instead of just, I can have enough willpower to get my to get through this or to go there. So anybody have any thoughts or anything they want to share on that, or anything else?
I just think the biggest thing for me is going to be to try to remember to continue to break up my meals through the day, and then to drink the water through the day. Because I think the breaking up the meals has helped me be more mindful about what I'm eating, and the breaking up the meals and the water has helped me not be so hungry when I'm cutting what I'm eating. So, because before I would do what you were talking about, I'd be like, okay, I really just need to not eat so much and eat, right? So I would cut back, so breakfast small, lunch small, and by the time I made it to dinner, I was just throw that out the window. I'm starving, and so I think and the daily where we log our meals has been helpful to help me remember that. But I think that's for me is to continue to break up the meals through the day, and then continue to drink the water through the day. And when I do that, I'm able to lose weight, and I'm not hungry. I'm hungry, and I'm hungry when I would try to lose.
Yeah, you don't have that starvation mode, because starvation mode doesn't benefit anybody. So a couple of those things, because I'm betting that that's something that we all need to work on still, whether because we want, no matter what phase we're at, whether it's maintenance or weight loss or whatever, we want to still keep that habit of eating those 6 small meals a day for that very reason Nevin said. If you guys are smartphone users, there's a TSFL app that you can just type in My TSFL on the whatever that is, app store. Yeah. And then that one will actually, you can put it in, whether it's for those on 5-in-1, you can track it that way. For those on maintenance, you can put it in maintenance, and it will have a little thing right here. I'll show you on my thing, and it's really nice because wherever you're at, it just has these little, can you guys even see that? Or is that glaring off of it?
It's glaring. Oh, there it is.
A little bit right there. Can you guys see that? So right here, you see my little glass of water right there?
Yeah.
All you have to do is tap right there, and it'll add your water right there. Great.
Cool.
And you can change it so that if you're in maintenance or whatever, you can change it to that and say whether you're in transition or maintenance or whatever, and it'll track like you can tap it just like that for each thing that you eat. So you can still track, like you can track your meals and stuff. That one's really great. I haven't seen another one. If you like to do it online, that's really good too, is MyFitnessPal. And that one works really well too, that you can track your food there. So, or you can just do, you know, if you're a write it down on paper person, just write it all in your food journal. So, you know, whichever way works the best for you. And this actually, like this app that I was showing you guys, it has an electronic food journal. It has where you can track your weight. It has where you can track your food, and you pretty much just tap everything. So to me, I like that way. It's just easier because I always have my phone with me. Well, when my children don't steal it. But it's always somewhere near me. And so it's easy just to do that rather than trying to always remember and go on and do it later. But if you're at a computer a lot, then, you know, there's other ways, or just write it down in your food journal, carry around, like, you know, just like find yourself a little notebook or whatever, and, you know, write that down as you go throughout the day, and then write your thoughts and how you're feeling at the end of the day. So that's really powerful to keep you in that habit. So it keeps you in that, while we're already have built that habit of doing it every day, just keeping it going.
Hey, Heather.
Yeah.
Is it TSFL-OIM?
No, OIM is our Office in Motion that coaches use. So it's
I'm just looking at it right now.
My TSFL. So just MY and then TSFL.
Okay, I'm searching for SY TSFL. Yeah. My TSFL.
My TSFL. Mm-hmm.
Got it. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna hook it up right now.
Yeah, you're like, before I forget. Yeah, it's super easy. I love that one. And I also like the MyFitnessPal one. I used to use that one before I was a coach too, just because I'm a really weird person, but I think it's fun to look at things like that.
Yeah, Anne's a big fan of that one. Yeah.
That one actually tracks your calories.
Yeah.
Not just that you're eating a protein, but it actually tells you how many calories that protein is.
Yeah. Exactly. So I'm like, that one has a lot of good things too. So those are the two that I personally like the best. So, and that I've used the most, but those are great ones for online or on your phone. Or you can just use a piece of paper too. Like I said, whatever is easiest for you, go with. Some things I think it's great to take the path of least resistance. And when you're doing that, just adding that little thing into your day or whatever, do whatever works easiest for you.
Okay.
All right. Well, we're about 9 o'clock now. So does anybody else have anything that they wanted to say or to add to that, or have a question about anything?
No, we did a little study at the office.
Yeah.
So after we watched that, one of the things is about blood sugars being stable.
Uh-huh.
So I checked my blood sugar like every 2 hours.
Yeah.
For fun. And it really did it stayed between 90 and 100 like the entire day. So
perfect.
I believe it now.
Yeah. And Julie is a nurse. We'll put that out there. That's why she's
Yeah, so I don't know if I didn't believe it, or I was just like, I think I'll just test it. So like one day when I did like 100%, my blood sugar, and it like all day long was really stable.
Yeah.
So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Even more now, we have the medical proof from our own nurse Julie.
Research study on the side. Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, I do love that. That's great. Yeah. And that was actually one of the things that really drew me to this program, because when I was in school, I did my internship at the hospital, and we would do diabetes education, and that's what we would teach, like that little up and down of that right there. That's exactly how we would teach people to balance their diet and stuff. So that's something that I already knew. And so when I saw that in the book, and I was like, okay, I'm like, this is legit, this is real, and I believe it. I like it.
So
that was awesome.
Yep, which I love. So, and the fact that Dr. A was the one who came up with it, and he's a doctor and has done a lot of research, also makes me feel better.
Yeah, totally legit.
Yes, exactly. So, and just remember, you guys, the food that we eat, whether we're using meal replacements, or we're using our own food, or we're using like, you know, different things, like if it was our, you know, plans that we've come up with, whatever that we're doing, food is only part of what the program is. And so that's why I would say, like, reading in the books, like, it really, like, if you can educate yourself and really change your mind, that's what will change your life, and your body will follow.
Well said, Heather.
Yes.
It does, I promise. All right. Well, I don't want to keep you guys on here too long. So does anybody else have anything they want to add?
Thank you for being our fearless leader.
Yay! Thank you all for being on my awesome team. So I think we will have, I'm going to check what the way out is. So we may, I don't know if we'll get a chance to do another one of these before the end, but I might try and do one more just so we can have our celebratory
Yes.
celebratory one at the end and make sure we're good. But yeah, so all right.
Sounds great.
Have a great night. Thanks for being on, and don't forget that I'm going to get the link on here in a little bit, so don't forget either in just a little bit later on tonight or in the morning to go and get your 5 points for being on, and encourage those who missed it tonight to still go on and get their 5 bonus points for watching the playback. So
All right.
all right. Okay.
Thanks, Heather.
Bye.
Bye.